Hello and welcome to Boxing News Flashback. My name's Matt Christie and this time I go back to April 23, 1971, and little more than a month had elapsed since Henry Cooper's final fight in a boxing ring, and such was his popularity at that point, our headline on the front page was "Arise, Sir Henry." Boxing News says, give him a knighthood. And of course he would get a knighthood, but it didn't come until 1999, some 28 years after our plea to honour Henry Cooper, who was of course British boxing's most popular fighter, and I think I can safely say that. And this is astounding really, in that he didn't win the world title. He fought for it, of course, losing in 1966 to Muhammad Ali, when Henry Cooper's notoriously delicate skin that surrounded his eyes ripped and robbed him of the chance of victory. In all honesty, Muhammad Ali, though, was just too good and too quick for Cooper. Cooper's brush with beating Ali came 3 years earlier than that, in 1963, when Ali, then known as Cassius Clay, was dumped on the seat of his pants at the close of the 4th round. He managed to get up. There was the controversy with the torn glove, and then round 5 began, and Cassius Clay went about pounding Henry Cooper's cut, opening it further and winning that one on cuts too. But Henry Cooper, it really is important to stress how popular he was until his dying day. I was lucky enough to interview him a year or so. In fact, it was a few months, I think, before he died. And I went to his golf club, and everywhere in the interview was being interrupted on countless times by members of the public, just desperate still to shake hands with Sir Henry Cooper. He won the Lonsdale belt on 3 occasions, outright on 3 occasions, which in this day and age looks like a feat never again to be beaten. And a measure of boxing's popularity at that point is he won, and again, bear in mind, he was not world champion, but he was the champion of his country, of his continent, of the Commonwealth. That he won the BBC Sports Personality of the Year award, not once but twice, one of only 3 men to do that, the other 2 being Damon Hill and Nigel Mansell a little bit later on. But Cooper was very carefully managed, and in all honesty, he was quite a limited fighter. He had that monstrous left hook, but his manager Jim Wicks was aware of Cooper's limitations, as Cooper himself was and would later admit to. And I also remember speaking to George Chuvalo, who was around at the same time as Henry Cooper, and George Chuvalo desperately chasing a fight with Henry Cooper. He knew how well thought of Henry Cooper was, and he wanted that scalp. Jim Wicks admitted, according to Chuvalo this is, that he would not let Henry Cooper anywhere near him. Rumours as well, and in fact pretty substantiated rumours, that Cooper was also kept far away from Sonny Liston, the fearsome world heavyweight champion, who reigned before Muhammad Ali. But what shouldn't be denied was that Cooper always had time for the public, always very modest, always very honest. And it goes a long way in sport, and it's something that's sorely lacking today from some of our sporting heroes. But I think that should do it for this week. April 23rd, 1971, Arise, Sir Henry.